Hi, everyone. My name is Dawn Pomebo. I'm the Executive Director for Win and Gin. And I'm so excited today. I have with me Dr. Jessica Merritt, who is one of our nominees for the 2023 Win Woman of the Year. Welcome, Jessica.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. I'm excited that you're here, and I just love the background that you have. So, would you do me a favor? Please tell our audience a little bit about yourself. And I know you have an amazing organization too. So, could you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, well, thanks again for having me. It's really an honor and a privilege to be here. I'm Dr. Jessica Merritt. I am the president and co-founder of Care-Based Leadership, which is a diversity, equity, and inclusion training firm. We pretty much do everything that for-profit, nonprofit, or educational institution would need in terms of diversity, equity, and inclusion services. And I also am the CEO of a tech company that does diversity, equity, and inclusion assessments. Outside of that, I have two kids that I absolutely love, and I'm like a diehard sports mom. So
That's awesome. So, I definitely want to ask you about your kids. But first, tell me a little bit about how did you get involved in the diversity and inclusion and equity? That is such a very specific field.
yeah, so I would say probably around 2003, I was working in student affairs in higher ed, and I had wanted to just go on I felt like I was going to be on a faculty track. And essentially when I ended up getting my PhD, that's the route that I started off on. But my mentor was the vice president of student affairs, and she kind of pulled me aside and said, "Hey, like, I really like what you're doing. I think that you could work in multicultural affairs." I've been in this work for a long time, so it used to just be called like multicultural affairs. D and I was in it, I guess, before that phrase was cool. Um, it was really a prompting from someone else to say, "Hey, like, this could be like a leadership opportunity for you." And that's how it started. And from there, I kind of went the academic route. I got my master's and did it on access and reentry. I got my PhD and focused on ways to educate people in the classrooms around issues of diversity. So race, class, gender, sexual orientation, religion, and a wide variety of factors, and to see what was working and what wasn't working. And kind of from all of that research is where like the companies kind of came out, because I wanted to do DE&I in a different way, one that focused on people and put like the needs of organizations and the actual work at the center, and not merely just check off a box. I wanted to be part of personal and organizational change.
That's wonderful. What type of clients do you work with then?
Yeah, so right now I have corporate clients, which are companies that usually have 100 and plus employees to over 1,000, looking at individual, small group, and large group trainings. I usually have some sort of executive coaching within that client also, that helps work on change management, right? And helping managers adjust to DE&I change, not just in the workforce, but also initiatives. I work with a lot of nonprofits doing board trainings. So helping with the governance of nonprofit organizations and incorporating and infusing DE&I practices there, but also doing large scale trainings for organizations whose client base is diversifying. As people understand more resources and they feel comfortable reaching out as their client base changes, we need to know how to deal with that. So I work with a lot of organizations, specifically nonprofits, who need that. In the tech company, we work with a lot of for-profit institutions. We've recently finished a big project with quite a few banks, looking at the organizational culture and financial institutions, and really just helping them understand what the next steps are in terms of strategic planning, recommendations, and actually building a diversity, equity, and inclusion initiative.
Wow, that is such a needed skill set and level of knowledge that's needed across the board from, from high-end corporate America to nonprofits and, in small organizations. It can be quite difficult to navigate the process. So it's, I commend you for doing what you do and helping people to communicate better as well.
Oh, thank you. It's really like I would say the thing that I love the most is I actually get to be part of the change. I'm not like saying, hey, you need to do this or here's some data. Like I get to collect the data, I get to tell the story about where organizations are, but I also get to go through the process with them of getting to the place where they want to be. And I think that's the amazing part.
That's wonderful. So let's switch to a different note here. Tell me about your children and what type of sports are they involved in?
Yeah. So my littlest Nia, she's 7. She does competitive gymnastics and she just has perfected her round off back handspring. She's working on her aerial, so she's all jazzed about that. She's also a soccer player. And she's just it's amazing to watch her play soccer. They just had their championships on Sunday and she scored the game-winning goal for the championship. So I was super
Oh,
excited.
yay. Congratulations.
Hey, you got this whole like celebration dance that we do, so it was so much fun. And my older daughter is a hockey player. She plays ice hockey. And so we are always traveling with her and just being a part of a journey. So for anybody that doesn't have a kid that plays ice hockey is definitely a family sport. So we just love like being able to go places together. And I don't know, it's like her place is on the ice, just like my littles, like her place is on the field. It's amazing to see them grow and mature in a way that that I think can only happen when you play some sort of team sport. So it's just amazing.
Wow. And those are power sports too. Like
I
that's
got
pretty
some tough
awesome.
girls. Yeah.
Well, congratulations. That's lovely. So this year, all of our nominees have been asked to choose a charity of choice that they will get behind in the event that they receive if they're the award recipient. And you chose Beverly's Birthdays. So could you tell us about Beverly Birthdays and what it means to you and why you chose that?
Yeah, so the basis of Beverly's Birthdays is believing that every child deserves to be celebrated, right? And having access to resources shouldn't be a reason why kids are not celebrated. We had the opportunity to work with Beverly's Birthdays probably a few months ago with my older daughter's hockey team and really just raising they didn't ask for money, they just asked for things for little gift bags for kids. So when they come to them, they get all the essential things that you would need to have a small birthday party, right? And really like a cake. And then you get a little gift bag. They give away toiletries. So things that really make kids feel special when it's their day. I just genuinely bought into the cause and I would really like to do more with them and just expose their mission to a lot more people. So that's why I chose them.
That's wonderful. That is such an amazing cause. I just love it.
Yeah,
And
I've worked.
also with your
Go
children
ahead.
too. I mean, that just like everything just fits so perfectly.
Yeah, I've worked with a lot of early childhood places. Like I sit on the board for the National Head Start Association. So I have a passion for the littlest learners. And one of the things that I genuinely believe that it's important for us to humanize people from the point that we connect with them, right? So when you see a kid, I genuinely believe that not only are they little human beings, but they deserve to be happy just like everybody else. And I believe that this organization does that in a very intentional way that I did want to get behind.
Wow, I commend you. I can't wait to see what you do with it if in fact you are the recipient. So thank you so much. Thanks for joining us today. I just want to remind all of our audience that tickets are still on sale for the holiday party, which is going to be January 12th. And that's going to be at the Lamont in Pittsburgh. Last year, we did sell out in November. So I'm encouraging everyone to jump on board and get your tickets right away. You can get tickets at www.na-win.com. And Jessica, again, Dr. Merritt, thank you so much for being with us today. We are so honored to have you.
Thank you so much. And I hope you all have an amazing day. Don't forget to get your tickets.
Thank you. I look forward to it. And everyone, again, jump online and we'll see you soon.